everyone. This is Sarah Williams. I am a career counselor in the UTSA Career Center. I work with students in the College of Liberal and Fine Arts. Thank you for tuning in. I wanted to make a quick video on virtual interviewing. The world has changed since March, and it's important that you learn how to adapt and be able to pivot. Interviews can be stressful, but I'm going to give you a few tips to help with that process virtually. So the first thing is make sure you test your equipment. Download Zoom or Skype or WebEx or any application that will be used for the interview. Do that first. Make sure you work out the kinks. Make sure your computer is updated. That's very important. You don't want to go through a system update in the middle of the interview and your computer shuts down. So address any tech issues before the interview. The second thing is to use a professional email. Make sure you're using your professional email in your resume, also when you sign up for Zoom and Skype, and make sure your username is, your first and your last name. Make sure it's professional on all accounts. I know on Zoom you can modify your names, so just keep that in mind to make sure you use your professional email and a username on accounts. Next thing, dress the part. Yes, I know you're at home and you're relaxing, but it's important to dress professionally. It's still an interview. That first look, that first glance is really important. So making sure that you have professional dress, making sure you're limited in your jewelry. There's, that it puts you in the mindset of interviewing. Make sure you dress the part. Next thing is check your background. Making sure that, it's not too distracting and that it's professional. So it could be a blank wall, a wall where there's nothing on it, or a bookshelf. Bookshelves are very studious. And just make sure it's not in a busy area and no bedrooms. Blank walls or bookshelves are the best bet. The next thing is limit your distractions. Silence your phone, silence your TV, and be flexible if you have children. Keep them in another room if possible. If they make a noise, just say, hey, I'm a parent. And just try to work with it, but limit the distractions as much as you can. So now that we've talked about the virtual aspect of it, let's talk about the interviewing of it. It's important to research the employers. That's so important, and to practice interview questions. So I would search typical common interview questions and practice on Zoom with a friend. You can also set an appointment with a career counselor. We help you with those things. We can do mock interviews, and we have resources to help you with that as well. Also, search the employer's website, LinkedIn, and social media to see what they have going on, what events they have going on, what updates, if they signed a new contract, if they're working with this vendor. You can use this information in an interview and bring it up. I saw on your LinkedIn that you just passed this initiative on diversity. Tell me more about that. How do you implement those diversity initiatives in this department, for example? After the interview, send a thank you email. It's really important that you show that gratitude. It makes a lasting impression. So send it within 24 hours and send each individual that was in the interview a thank you, an individualized thank you email. So if there was one person, you send that one person. If there was three, you send them all individual thank you emails. Really important. And then finally, if you have any questions or follow-up, or you want to know more information on virtual interviewing, we have information on our website. So the UTSA Career Center website, you go to the resources tab, and then you filter it for interviewing, and we have lots of information on that. And then again, set up an appointment with a career counselor, and you do that on your Handshake profile. All students have access to Handshake. You would select the counselor that's within your college. So if you're in Liberal and Fine Arts, that would be me. And you would set up an appointment that way. We would love to hear from you. We would love to see you, and we want to help you succeed and help you grow. So thank you so much, and go Runners.